would it mean to be able to talk to angels? How would that change your life? Join us now on Angel Talk Tuesday as the psychic angel channelers Julie Geigel, Susan Schuler, and Lori Walker allow angels to speak directly through them, sharing messages from beyond. As you bathe in the vibrational frequency of the angels here, you will begin to open up to a stronger and clearer communication of your own. The purpose of this show is to help you awaken, expand, and remember the magnificent being that you are and the mission you came here to fulfill.
Welcome, everyone. Our theme for the month is New Beginnings, and today's topic is Shifting Stuck Energy. This is Julie Geigel, International Psychic Medium, Trance Channel for Archangel Metatron, and Awakened Healer. I offer psychic medium readings and spiritual counseling over the phone and in person in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. You can find me over at www.juliegeigel.com and on Facebook at Psychic Medium Julie. And we are also taking callers today. Any questions you might have, you can call in at 1-202-570-7057. And I'd love to invite you to join us to our next Manifesting Mastermind number 6. And it actually kicks off tomorrow. There's plenty of time to register over at juliegeigel.com. And we're very excited to begin our new year creating and manifesting together. When you come together and create a collective consciousness mastermind group to manifest, incredible things happen. And I was just speaking with a few people who have been with me for quite a few of these masterminds, and we're starting up here again with our new one. Just some of the feedback, again, some more miracles, some more exciting things that have happened in their life due to this beautiful connection and coming together collectively, raising that vibrational frequency. This new year, there's blessings for everyone endlessly. But when you come together in a group of people to create, holding specific intentions and visions of what you would like to manifest, how you would like to align with your divine life mission, beautiful things happen. So we'd love to have you join us over at www.juliegeigel.com. All right, let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to ring the tingsha bells here. Welcome. I am Metatron, here in service to humanity. We are thrilled and delighted, as always, to come together to co-create here with you, assisting in your ascension, your expansion, your awakening. Just relax and allow yourself to drift deeper into this beautiful healing, this beautiful Metatronic frequency of light that we bring to you here today. As you step out of that which is no longer serving you, you become a clear, perfect channel for your incredible magnificence, your beautifully divinely created magnificence of glory and grace to shine through. And feel that beautiful frequency coming down, expanding, allowing, opening to receive all that you are and all that you came here to experience. There are no mistakes. There is always perfection. No one is against you. The universe is always working for you, for your highest good, always. And we are aware that sometimes you get stuck. You feel like you're walking through quicksand. The drudgery of your day-to-day life. The boredom, the overwhelm. As you sink deeper and deeper, we are here to assist you in shifting out of your stuckness, of reclaiming your peace and joy. After your holidays end, many of you experience an overwhelming feeling of depression and sadness. Part of this energy is a collective consciousness. As you end one cycle and begin a new. We'd like you to take a moment to honor these feelings, to allow whatever grief you're experiencing with the holidays ending, for things you wished and did not receive, or things you enjoyed that are now over, or things you wanted to experience that did not happen. Allow all of that to bubble up and come to the surface in this safe place. And as you embrace these emotions, and as you allow that river to flow, flowing with the river instead of denying it or ignoring it, or hiding it. And as you embrace these emotions and allow them to be whatever they need to be, they begin to dissolve. They begin to separate and break apart. And slowly, but surely, they begin to evaporate. And now just imagine tossing them to the wind, allowing a beautiful transmutation to occur, returning to you energy of love, energy of new beginnings, energy of excitement and enthusiasm, energy of freedom. allow this beautiful freedom to sink deeply, deeply into each and every cell of your being, harnessing the power of your magnificence as you begin this new year fresh, crisp, clean, shifting out of that stuck energy and stepping into new beginnings. Rising up, rising up, rising up into your power. The power of you. And feel your angels come in around you as they support your new beginnings, as they support your excitement and opening for the possibilities of this beautiful new year. I am Metatron, and I have spoken here today. This is Julie Geigel, and you can find me over at www.juliegeigel.com. And we'd love to take your questions at 1-202-570-7057. Coming up in our next segment is Susan Schuler and Jacob, a master teacher of the Akasha.
The future of Internet radio is here. OMTimes Radio, IOM FM. The number one reason girls drop out of school in sub-Saharan Africa is lack of access to feminine hygiene products. The Pads for Schoolgirls Project, an outreach of Humanity Healing International, is changing this paradigm by setting up sewing programs at schools, teaching girls a vocational skill, while producing the reusable pads that help keep them attending classes. The girls pay it forward by making and giving pad kits to other girls in need. To learn more, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is.
Hi, I'm Kelly Fox, host and astrologer of The Astrology Show. Each week, I'll give you access to the current transits, which are a valuable tool that provide astrological information to help unlock the potential each of us has. Understanding the stars can help steer us in the right direction to make better informed choices. So if you're wondering what's going to happen in your week ahead, be sure to tune in to The Astrology Show for guidance, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Join us for a free remote healing with the John of God crystal bed every week. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
This is Susan Schuler. In life, intention is everything. And I make each of my handmade soy candles and smudging sprays just for you. Go to mediumsusan.com for details.
I'm Carrie Ann Larson. Are you ready to ignite deep healing and transformation? Find out how mediumship, psychic readings, and shamanic healings can all help at carrieannlarson.com.
And we are
The Psychic Angel Channelers
from Angel Talk Tuesday.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
What? Why? Just wait for the inheritance. We've definitely got a rich uncle somewhere. We're one call away from the winner's circle at the Derby, dinners with multiple forks, a vacation home in the country, using summer as a verb.
You don't actually think that, do you?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Angel Talk Tuesday. This is Susan Schuler. Thank you, Julie Geigel, for that amazing insight from Archangel Metatron. His thoughts continue to enlighten as always. As a channeler,
I work with a team of guides, of whom Jacob is the master teacher and leader of this group. He was introduced to me when I took my first Reiki course many years ago, and is now whom I call on to access the Akashic records. This is often where I gain my information during past life readings as well as psychic readings. I am a professional psychic medium based in the Los Angeles area, although I do readings for people all over the world on the phone and with Skype. I do frequent mediumship and psychic demonstrations, as well as small group readings and larger private events. I've recently started making my intention soy candles and smudging sprays that are now available to the public. These can be personalized and even used as gifts. All the details for any of this information may be found at my website at mediumsusan.com or on my Facebook page at Psychic Medium Susan Schuler. And as Julie mentioned earlier in the show, we are accepting calls for mini psychic and mediumship readings during the show. So you can call in at 202-570-7057. Okay. Excuse me. Let me just switch gears a little bit as we begin the channeling section. Welcome to the new day. This is a great and exciting time to be with us, for we have much to tell you today. New information about yourself and the beautiful skills you have, yet that continue to lie dormant. Now is not the time to lie still, but to rather stand up, wake up, and begin to live your birthrights. There is such untapped potential in all of you. You second-guess yourselves and negate your gifts and abilities on a daily basis. Stop. Please stop doing this, for it keeps you stuck, immobilized, often in repeat patterns that continue generation to generation. If these patterns of thinking are to discontinue, they must stop someplace. So take control and make that place with you. You are all healers in your different ways, whether you heal others or yourself, you heal. This generational pattern of thinking with limited beliefs is something most of you deal with, and certainly one pattern that could be gone. For you are positive beings of light who hold unlimited possibilities. But many of you never realize this because you feel there are certain restrictions on what you deserve or are capable of receiving. We are here to tell you this simply is not so. You have spent years thinking, believing, and enforcing your beliefs that you only deserve or are worthy of receiving a limited amount, and this is the problem. For what you believe is what you receive. Since this has been your thought process and the thought process of many who came before you, we realize this may be challenging for something to be broken. Many of you still have yet to fully realize the power that your thoughts and words hold. We love you and see the endless possibilities that each of you could achieve, but most of you continue to move through your lives without dreams, without knowledge that abundance can and should be yours. You settle for less than you desire or deserve, mainly because you have not changed these generational patterns. You do not see what we see when we look at you, the beautiful light beings of infinite possibilities. You have accepted what others have told you, that you are nothing special. You are special, very precious in fact. But until you learn to reprogram your beliefs about this, you will continue to accept less than you deserve. We ask you to consider, what is it like to have abundance, to deserve abundance? Until you believe you deserve abundance, you will not be able to manifest it in your life. Think about the divinity of God and realize that you too hold that special light within your own being. When you come from this place of pure love, you will not only feel deserving, but you will live in a way where you will wish to help others to get all the beautiful things they deserve as well. Once you begin to alter your thoughts, realize you are part of the divine, and accept that you do deserve good things, you will send out a message of abundance to the universe, and this will allow your ability to receive to begin to open. But forget not, first you must release your old patterns, beliefs, and thoughts. The thoughts that no longer serve you and your highest good. You must first see yourself as the beautiful, healing ball of light that you are. Then it is very important that you consider what you desire. There are many of you who have lived for so long with limited beliefs that you have never even considered what you might actually like to receive. We ask you now to shut your eyes, if you are able, and take a deep breath. Consider, what is your heart's desire? This life does not have to be a struggle, so stop making it so. What do you wish you had more of? What forms of abundance do you wish to invite into your life? As you were asking yourself this, did a little voice in your head quickly rebuttal reasons why you could not or should not receive the things or experiences you most desired? If so, you should now realize that there are limited beliefs that you are holding in place. So many of you will need to begin with changing this inner voice and rewriting the script you were fed, most likely by friends and family, and have now adopted as your own. You are worthy of abundance and need not accept those words as your truth any longer. We love and wish only the best for you, even for those of you with goals, ambitions, and dreams, we still see this limit you place on yourself. Please take the time to consider this and rework the ways you heal yourself so you can help to heal others. We mentioned this before and need to say it again, for many of you missed this point. You are all healers. You must begin with healing yourself so you can then help to heal others. For without this important and needed healing, your ability to live abundantly will not reach fruition. You are here at this time to help heal the world. When people are in pain, they do not have the ability to look past the pain they feel and see the endless possibilities that stand before them. We remind you of this often, but to release anything that is stuck first begins with taking a breath. Since many of you hold your breaths on a daily basis, simply reminding yourself to fully breathe in and sigh out your breath will allow flow back into your bodies. If you are stuck, you need not remain that way. Get your breath work moving, then your body moving. Retrain your mind and the thoughts you allow in and out. Be sure to release those thoughts that may have been told to you by others and accept it by you as truth. What do you wish the universe to open up for you? Do you honestly even know what this is with any great clarity? You have been putting yourself in a limited box for far too long, refusing to claim that which is rightfully yours and your birthright. We see how you shine, even when you can't. We know of your beautiful healing ways and wish you would tap into these sooner rather than later. This is Susan Schuler. You can find me at mediumsusan.com. And don't forget, we're ready to take your calls for mini and psychic and mediumship readings at 202-570-7057. We're going to take a short commercial break. Stay tuned for Lori Walker, who will be channeling Rialta. Thank you.
The cutting edge of conscious radio, OMTimes Radio, IOM FM. Host your show on IOM FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Would you like to know the secret to manifesting? Join our next Manifesting Mastermind to create miracles of health, wealth, love, and joy. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
Why wonder when you can know? Hi, this is psychic medium Susan Schuler. Let me help you get the answers. Schedule an appointment today at mediumsusan.com.
I'm Carrie Ann Larson. If you're looking for ways to add meditation into your daily routine, head over to carrieannlarson.com for a free guided meditation and mindfulness tips you can incorporate even while navigating traffic.
And we are
the Psychic Angel Channelers
from Angel Talk Tuesday.
Today, my new dad and I shot off a rocket in the park.
Today, my new son and I failed to shoot off a rocket.
The rocket launched into the air
and then crashed into the pond.
I'll never forget that day.
I'll never forget that day, even if I tried.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Angel Talk Tuesday. This is Lori Walker. Thank you, Susan Schuler, for that from the wisdom from Jacob, a master teacher of the Akasha. I'm Lori Walker, and I can be found at loriwalker.com. That's Lori, Lorri, walker.com. I'm a professional psychic, spiritual medium, certified multidimensional energy healer, and a Reiki healer, and trance channel. And I've been offering spiritual messages from angels and spirit for about 10 years now. I offer private sittings, small group readings for psychic and mediumship messages, spiritual healings, which include Reiki, craniosacral, gong and crystal bowl, vibrational chakra clearing. I do private readings and past life readings, even readings for small families with small babies, and relationship readings. Some other services that I include are space clearing and spiritual development circles and mentorship for budding psychics and mediums. Along with my two esteemed co-hosts, Julie Geigel and Susan Schuler, I am a double-tested, ethical, and accurate psychic medium with the Shea Parker Best American Psychics. You can learn more about me by going to my website at loriwalker.com and join me on Facebook and Instagram at Lori Walker Psychic Medium Healer. Today we're going to be hearing from Rialta, who I'll be channeling, and she gives messages from the angelic realm. I call her she, but she's actually a group of angels who refer to themselves as we. She's been coming to visit with me for about 8 years, and the messages that come through are really loving and profound. So I'm just going to switch gears here a moment so that we can hear from Rialta. Greetings, dear ones. We come today to speak with you about your creations, about your alchemy, your transmission of energy, of the production of your desires. When one has a desire of a certain outcome, the intention is set. At times, knowingly, and at other times, without knowing. The intention can be set to create an outcome which one desires, or the lack of intention, to not pursue an outcome, will result in an outcome as well. For action or lack of action are both a decision. One may feel as though they are stuck at times, unable to move forward with their desire. We ask you to look within yourself and analyze, contemplate whether this is your desire or the desire of someone else. Are you immobile on this desire because you have fear? Fear of failure? Disappointment? Or perhaps this is not from you. Has it been put upon you by someone else, these fear, this concern of lack of accomplishment? If one does have a desire, then changing your perspective of being stuck on this desire is what needs to change. We would put this before you that you have the ability to change your perspective on your desire, that you may be able to move forward with that which you desire. For you are the alchemist of your life. Yes, you are the alchemist of your life. That which is faced in your life, you can use as different elements to place together as the alchemist to create that which you desire. Yes, we perceive the question. How do you begin to move forward to change the immobility? By having a different perspective, you can step forward toward your desire. Yes, this can be a great benefit to you. What is the payoff? What are the benefits in moving forward toward your desire? What are the benefits if you do not move toward? Choose to have the perspective of one of magic, creating your desire first in the mind, igniting that spark, perhaps meditating on this desire, which will ignite the spark. Imagine a hot air balloon, which you have the power to set out on a journey. You can start the fire with just a spark. Once the fire has begun, you can release the balloon. Release control. Allow the desire or the intent to be set out to God, the universe, all that is. And by releasing this to the universe, you have made the first step in the creation of your desire. See yourself in your creation, successful, joyous. Feel the joy in the journey. Feel the joy in the journey in your creation, as well as the joy in reaching the destination of your creation. For joy will keep you on your path. For feeling joy in the journey of your creation will keep creating the next step, will give you new perspective. Look for the joy in the journey of your creation. Perhaps the creation is to have improved health. See the joy in creating and tasting new foods, new adventures, or perhaps meeting like-minded people who are desiring similar outcomes. Perhaps meeting others in a class. Experience the joy and laughter on this journey. Experience joy during the development of better health. Perhaps your desire is to have more financial income from your work. We suggest finding the joy in that process. Is there joy in meeting new people, pleasant conversations, seeing new environments? Do you see that to find joy even in the discussion of your desires will bring you closer and closer to your desire? Let your path be led with joy. Feel the fire in your soul of excitement, which may be perceived at times as fear. Just change the word in your mind. Do you see how you can become the alchemist of your own emotion, your own desire? We put this before you as an option, a consideration for your betterment, for your joy, for your advancement towards the direction in which you choose to go. If you choose to think of all the ways which your desires are not possible, then that is what you will create. We would suggest looking at all the wonderful ways in which it is possible to move closer to your desired creation. Make it a game. Think of all the fun, exciting ways which you can make the next step in your creation. How will you create the next step? With lightheartedness or with fear? Perhaps start your day with inspiring music, which will motivate you. Perhaps spend 5 minutes thinking about the fun possibilities on the journey towards your creation. A warm handshake, a good conversation, learning a new skill. We ask you to look for the joy. Rialta sends these messages for you and brings love and blessings. This is Lori Walker, and you can find me over at loriwalker.com. Stay tuned for our discussion on today's channeling coming up in our next segment. Also, if you have any questions or comments or want to call a reading, please call in at 120.
Lifestyle to your world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Looking for inspiration?
Want to be inspired?
Not sure where to go?
Find Mark and Kim every Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Inspired Living.
Topics will elevate consciousness and range from metaphysics to the human and social experience and all things spiritual.
Welcome to an inspired community that offers support, encouragement, and new ways of thinking. You are the inspired and the inspiration.
Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Would you like a free psychic reading? Become a member of our inner circle and get a free reading today. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
Hi, this is Susan Schuler. Have you stopped by my website to download your free mini grounding meditation? Do so now at mediumsusan.com.
I'm Carrie Ann Larson, founder of the Journey to Authenticity series, an intensive journey to guide you along your path to prosperity, abundance, health, love, and the one thing at the root of it all, your authenticity. Head over to carrieannlarson.com to learn more.
And we are
the Psychic Angel Channelers
from Angel Talk Tuesday.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. This is Julie Geigel. And thank you so much for listening to Angel Talk Tuesday, hosted every Tuesday on OMTimes Radio at 10 a.m. Eastern. Excuse me. Thank you, Lori, for that lovely message from Rialta. Whoa, she was on fire today. Yeah, and I did post a quote in the break room, so be sure to head on over to Angel Talk Tuesday Breakroom on Facebook, where we share our favorite quotes from the channeling and give you an opportunity to engage directly with us. And we are taking live callers at 1-202-570-7057 if you have any questions about awakening, about shifting stuck energy. We'd love to help you, love to support you. You can either call in directly or go to the break room. We are over there ready and willing to assist you. So we're just going to take a moment to talk about our show today and some of the highlights. We'll start with Metatron. Susan, did you have any thoughts on the channeling today?
You know, I already posted on the break page that the one quote that really hit for me is he started saying, you know, there are no mistakes. There's always perfection. And I have to say, there's one thing that you always hear as a psychic reader. People are like, should I do this or should I do this? I don't want to make the wrong choice. And I mean, it really does to me. It's like I needed to hear this. It's like there are no really wrong choices. It's just you're going to get led in a different type of a direction. And so for me, especially in the beginning of the start of the new year, to know that there are no mistakes, it sort of lightens everything up and it makes me feel less fearful. You know what I mean?
Yep, helps shift some of that stuck energy, that's for sure. I know Rialta hit on that, you know, why are you stuck? Is it because of fear of failure or disappointment? So yeah, that absolutely is a great reminder. And you know, that is one of my mantras that I live by. There are no mistakes. Everything is always in perfect and divine order, which gives you so much freedom to live your life. Any thoughts, Lori?
I agree. That's exactly the neon sign that came for me as well, was no mistakes, only perfection. But then Metatron acknowledged something by saying, harness your magnificence and know that the angels are there to support us in our new beginnings. That was lovely because sometimes we can feel alone in our desires to go forward and the things we want to do. And if we remember that there's a whole army, if you will, of angels who are there to support us in our endeavors to move forward for that which is our highest good, that gives, I like what Susan said about it, kind of you let go when you know that there's no mistakes. But then I also feel that, wow, there's so much help. Also, like we don't have to control it, that there's a whole army of angels who are there with us, supporting us. It's just, it makes me feel like with those two thoughts in mind about there's no mistakes and that we have angels supporting us, how can we go wrong? So I really loved that.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you for the reminder of that. I know I had given a reading yesterday, and I work with 6 different decks of angel cards, and the person had, you know, am I on the right path? Is this going to happen? Am I doing this right? And 3 of the cards were supported by angels, and I've never had a spread like that before, and it was like, wow, there's no way you can do this wrong because you are so supported. But I think, you know, and that's not just in terms for her in that reading, that's in terms for all of us, all of us. And what I love, someone had told me once, is that we each come to this earth with an army of angels, thousands upon thousands that are for you and you alone. We don't share angels. You have your own army and I have my own army. And I just love that idea and really could feel the power of their energy today. So thank you, girls, for pointing that out. Let's go ahead and shift to Susan, who channeled some beautiful messages from Jacob. wow, you are all healers in different ways. I mean, he kept saying this repeatedly, which is just such a beautiful message because it's like, I don't have any special gifts that you don't have, honest to God. And I'm a firm believer of that. Whatever it is you want to focus on, you can develop for yourself. And we innately are all healers as sparks of God, as sparks of the divine. And we are all here to help heal the world. But it really does begin with us, beginning with ourselves. And then you settle for less than what you desire or deserve because of generational patterns, generational patterns of stuckness. Wow, this was another big aha moment for me that, sometimes it's it's not because of fear, it's not because of disappointment, it's not anything that I'm personally doing, but it is more of outside of myself. It's more of that generational thing that needs to be brought into awareness so that it can be healed. And I have the power to heal that. Wow. That was a big, strong message from Jacob today. Thoughts, Lori?
Yes, I agree about, hearing about that abundance is yours, like accept it. It's right here, but our own self-limiting beliefs and thoughts and patterns are preventing us basically from claiming what is rightfully ours, and is freely given. And when I thought about the generational patterns that Jacob brought up, it made me think back about relationships and people that I've been aware of, or even, and of course, in my own life, about being taught consciously or unconsciously by our families about self-limiting. Oh, you can't do that. That would take too much work, or even maybe I don't know whether you'd be able to do that kind of a degree. I don't know if you're that smart, or there's not enough money, or we can't do that vacation because we don't have the time, we don't have the money. All of these things that other people, like family members, may put upon us to believe, to limit us about our own expansion. And generational, that is profound. And then it made me also think about what Rialta was saying about whose beliefs are these. So it's interesting how all three messages today kind of, it's amazing to me continually how none of us speak about this ahead of time, right? But they all kind of come with messages that support one another in the messages that are given to everyone. And just how whose belief is this? Am I thinking of this because my mother told me that? Or is it really something I believe? So I thought that was a wonderful message. Wonderful.
Yeah. Susan?
It's funny. Lori and I sat in a closed development circle for many, many years together. And one Mother's Day, we did this ceremony. And as I was hearing Jacob speak, it was like this brought to my mind. We did this ceremony where we went generational with our mothers, like grandmothers, and which is went way back. And we cleared out all of the things that didn't serve us. And so we cleared them. And it was this beautiful ceremony. But it is interesting to me how we really do hold so much in our DNA. It's there. So it's not just the verbal things that we were told, but it's actually in our beings.
Yeah, and with this new frequency that we're in, we can clear that out quite easily. And today was a beautiful healing to do just that. And let's take a minute to talk about Rialta. Wow. Like I said, she was on fire. Oh my gosh. The one thing, and I posted in the break room too, that she talked about, changing your perspective on your desires, what will shift your stuckness, for you are the alchemist of your life. You are the alchemist of your life. We can just stop right now.
I know, it gives me goosebumps.
I know, it was just awesome. And then the last thing, let your path be led with joy. I thought that was so beautiful too. Definitely tweetables. Susan?
Yeah, it's funny because I wrote down on a piece of paper as she was talking just the word joy in big letters, because so much of what she was saying just went back to joy and joy. And when you're living joyously, it's like all the other things will sort of fall into place, and then abundance will come. So it's very interesting to me. I very much enjoyed that, because then, Julie, I didn't mention what you had said before when you were talking about depression and how people feel depression this time of year.
Yeah.
It blew me away because I didn't realize that was a collective consciousness. So just think about that then. If there's a collective consciousness with depression, there can be a collective consciousness with joy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Love that. Yeah, it's almost like a grief is what I was being shown with the end of the year, that loss of, okay, there's the year's over, and then, letting that go to move into new beginning, reset, like you talked about last year or last session. Lori, any thoughts on Rialta today?
Yes, I thought it was great. I loved how she talked about joy and seeing joy in every little thing instead of the big thing, only the end. Why not joy along the way?
Yeah, that was beautiful. Choose to have a perspective of magic. Meditating on this desire will ignite the spark. Just full of some amazing quotes. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time out of your day to join us here on Angel Talk Tuesday. Remember, archives are posted 24 hours after the live show airs on OMTimesRadio.com. Until next time, this is the Psychic Angel Channelers, Julie Geigel, Susan Schuler, and Lori Walker, helping you connect with your own angelic team.